Well, this is mega exciting. I've got a new welder. As you can see, that's the Artec MIG181. I've taken the plunge after many people saying that I need to get a decent welder. So here it is. This video will be a little bit different. It will not be focused on restoring the Mk1. It will be focused on first impressions as a beginner welder of this machine. We'll look at kind of what came in the box, how easy it is to get set up, and what the first welds are like. I've not actually used this yet. All I've done is turn it on to feed the wire through. So we're going to be discovering it together and seeing what it's all about. Right, so first of all, let's look at what was in the box. So obviously the welder, good start. Euro fitting torch. Torch is decent quality. And obviously if you want to change the torch or anything goes wrong with it, this is the benefit. Obviously the weld clamp, really strong tension and seems decent quality for a standard earth clamp. Comes with a regulator and the gas hose, so kind of everything you need really to get going. Came with a couple of spare tips, the tip spanner, really clear instructions, like no nonsense, and plenty of diagrams, which we all like. And I think that was it. I also bought optional extras, which was the 0.6 wire and the 240 volt heavy duty plug. So it comes terminated, so you can either fit that or your industrial 3-pin plug. For context on what I'm comparing this against, this is the Clark 120 multi, so it does MIG, MMA and TIG. I learned on a Sealy Super MIG many years ago, and this I've honestly found to be a bit of a nightmare, just dialing it in for thinner panel work. Obviously it's just got the single dial, and yeah, it's just proved to be a bit of a nightmare. Some old practice welds, you can see it's quite spitty. I've had like issues with burn back. The flow of the gas has been tricky because this regulator is inaccurate, or I'd say it's probably not the regulator's fault, to be honest, but probably this wee little gas hose and I don't know, just how it's feeding into the machine. The earth clamp and everything just is obviously a bit cheaper because it is like a fifth of the cost of the Artec. That's enough of me rambling. Let's have a look at the machine and give it a go. Okay, so this is the control panel. We've got wire feed, voltage. We've got different settings depending on the welding that you're doing. Burn back control, all sorts like that. And then this is the manual mode. So obviously I'm tweaking that as I'm going. Or we've got easy set. And this is really one of the big selling points of this machine. You basically set your diameter, don't know if you can see that, and then your work thickness, and it creates basically the ideal settings for what you're welding, and then you can just tweak it manually just to fine tune it. So yeah, let's get some sheet metal sorted and give it a go. Right, so I'm working on 1mm thick steel and wire diameter at 0.6. I should have this set to thinner sheet gas setting. My gas mix is actually in between these two, but it's closer to 5% CO2. So I think that's the right route. And then if we go to easy set, flip that over again, then we should be good to go. In terms of the setup, what I've got is in between the practice welds with the Clark, I've got cuts made as if to mimic basically the same butt welds that I'm doing for the Mk1. And yeah, got my earth clamped, all cleaned up, and I've just got it positioned in a nice tidy way. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Oh, and also something else to mention, I've got my gas flow rate set to, if you can see, around 12 litres per minute. which is pretty standard. If someone knows more about welding than I do, then please let me know if it should be something different. But generally, that's what I've been advised, or what Google has advised me at least. So yeah, let's get welding and see how these turn out. Right, so I've just been spending a bit of time sort of dialing this in. You can see some quite high welds here. I had it set to 1 mil thickness. It seemed a bit cold, if I'm honest, but I have upped it to 1.2. I've adjusted the speed and voltage a little bit manually. Yeah, took about 5 minutes just to sort of get to where we are. And you can see now the last like 4 or 5 tacks have been really, really, really nice. Compared to the previous machine, night and day, as you might expect. And look at the quality from what I was doing. Like, these are the best welds I got with the Clark the other week. And yeah, you've got these now. I, at the moment, feel like a fool for not getting a better welder sooner. So yeah, we get a couple of these stitched up and yeah, see what it looks like afterwards. So let's go. Right, so these two and these two are the ones made with the new Artec machine. Full disclosure, I'm really rushing this. I'm not really spending too much time making sure that it doesn't warp the panel or getting it to look particularly nice. But you can see the quality of the weld difference. So these two and these two are the ones made with the Clark machine. Way more spattery. And yeah, just a lower quality weld. So yeah, super motivating to be able to just get this sort of quality straight out of the box, really, within about 20 minutes. Obviously, as I refine and tweak this further, these will hopefully get even nicer. So yeah, just generally really impressed. Right, so I hope that's been useful for anyone thinking about getting this machine. My take on it is 100% get it if you're thinking of it. Really easy setup, super quick to get decent quality welds. Obviously, full manual mode. You've got the easy setup as well. Comes with all the kit. Comes with like the regulator and the gas hose, all those other little bits. If you're doing sheet metal, then you're probably going to want the 0.6 wire, which is pretty much the only thing it doesn't come with. And yeah, just generally really impressed with it. Something also to consider is if you're thinking about getting a welder for a new project or something, you're going to want a machine that is going to give you motivation, and that's what that machine does. Compared to the Clark behind me, it's a multi-welder, it's budget friendly, it's small and compact, super light, but the quality of the weld is only going to be so good. End of. You know, because it's 150 quid compared to 600-ish that is. So yeah, you're gonna want something that is not gonna make you frustrated like that one was with me every time that you're working on something that is already quite frustrating and complex. So yeah, that would be like my biggest bit of advice for anyone wanting this that is also a beginner taking on a project. So thanks a lot for watching. If you got this far, really, really appreciate the support and hope it's been informative. If you want to see more content on restoring cars or what equipment I'm using whilst I'm restoring a car, then yeah, please consider subscribing to the channel and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.